This is Donovan McNabb, and you're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve Nugent right here on Sports Radio 1340 WHAP Hopewell.
This is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth Nugent. And the truth will set you free. He covers everything from high school to the pros and everything in between here in the Tri-Cities. Now, let's go to Steve the Truth with The Bottom Line.
That's right, folks. This is today was a beautiful Monday. A little cool, but beautiful. A little chilly there for the Tri-City area, but we're looking to the winter. It's going to be getting cold here soon. But I am Steve the Truth, alongside the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, that is Mr. Harry Clary. Harry, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, Steve, and our continual record of beautiful days is it's untouched so far. Every time we've had a show, it has never been a bad weather day.
That's right. It's been a beautiful day, and joining us this week, of course, he was under the weather last week, could not make it, here with a big smile on his face today, Harry, because his Denver Broncos, I stayed up until after 12 o'clock to watch the Denver Broncos get very lucky and move to 10-2 on the season.
Well, I know Rick is a big Mariota fan now. I think he was the MVP for Denver.
Yeah. Now, Rick, your thoughts real quick on the game last night. You know, you stayed up in the little production meeting we just had. You did say you were on your hands and knees praying.
I was, but I got to give it to Washington. They really tried to put it to us.
Yeah, and like I said, that was a big win for Denver. They improved to 10-2. I got them. In the second hour, we'll do our top 5 and bottom 5, and I have the Denver Broncos in my top 5 finally.
Yeah, they've been in my top 5 for about, this will be the third week for me.
Yeah, it's a lot. We're going to talk pro football in the second half of the show, and we're going to get you started. We're going to talk a little bit about high school football in the playoffs, and our special guest that's with us today is Trey Evans. Of course, he is very active in the local sports area for the youth here in the Hopewell and Tri-City area, and he's a representative for the V.F.W. right here in Hopewell, right over there by the circle. So it's going to be great talking to him. In just about 12 minutes or so, he'll join us in studio. And can't thank him enough, Harry. They done outfitted us with shirts and Popeye's chicken.
Popeye's chicken is probably one of my very favorites.
Yeah. Rick, you had some yet?
No, I haven't had it yet.
Yeah, we'll make sure we get some over the next 2 hours there.
Oh, yeah.
In the lobby. And like I said, I want to give a VFW another shout out as well. I do work for the city of Hopewell in the engineering department, and they brought Public Works lunch today as well. Jimmy John's subs. So we'll talk more about that and how the VFW is really representing the community. And like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun talking to him here. Just about 12 minutes. But Harry, Thursday was Thanksgiving. I hope your Thanksgiving was good. And
my Thanksgiving was just great. I lived through it. Woke up the next day. I mean, you say at this age, a boring day is a really good day.
Yeah, but well, it wasn't too boring if you was a football fan with the big win between Green Bay and Detroit, with Green Bay coming back for the victory over there. Detroit right now 7-5, looking a little questiony.
Yeah, they might make the wild card game, but I picked Detroit to win that game because I thought they'd give it to Jahmyr Gibbs and that would be it. But Jahmyr wasn't his normal self.
Yeah, they Green Bay kind of shut them down there, and of course I didn't have the quarterback love in my fantasy football league. My fantasy football season is over in both of my fantasy leagues now, although it's a week left, but I am eliminated from the playoffs. And then, of course, Rick, the Dallas Cowboys upsetting your wife's team, the Kansas City Chiefs. How was that on Thanksgiving?
My wife wasn't happy. But speaking of my wife, happy birthday, Mary.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mary. And like I said, I hope Rick gets you everything that you want for your birthday.
That's right. Happy birthday, Mary.
And
December the 1st.
Yep, December the 1st.
She's 29.
So all three of those games Thursday went the opposite way. The only game I picked right, I picked the Cowboys to beat Kansas City.
Right. Yeah. And I got every one of them wrong.
Yeah, you got every one of them wrong. The Cincinnati Bengals, I think, with Joe Burrows coming back, this is going to be just like it was last year. He got hurt. He came back. They won 5 games in a row, and they were right at it the last week of the season to make the playoffs. And that was a big win over Baltimore.
And he's in a weak division this year, so he really has a chance.
Pittsburgh is 6-6, and Baltimore is 6-6.
And, a lot of people think it's mostly because of Burrow. Of course it is, but you know what it is? When you get a quarterback in there everybody believes in, the belief makes everybody play better.
You're exactly right. And that was a big win for Cincinnati. Like I said, they improved to 4-8, I believe. And they still got to play Baltimore one time and Pittsburgh one time. I think they got to play Pittsburgh twice.
Well, that'll do them a lot of good.
Yeah,
because Pittsburgh's down right now. I know they got that defense and everything, but Cincinnati, I never thought they'd have a chance, but they actually do.
Speaking of their defense, that game yesterday against the Buffalo Bills, I saw a stat today on the Pat McAfee show. The biggest difference in yardage for Buffalo against Pittsburgh, Buffalo had 258 yards. Buffalo had 258 yards. The Pittsburgh Steelers only had 58 yards rushing. I think it was minus 198 more yards for Buffalo than Pittsburgh. First time since 1955.
Well, I didn't think Aaron Rodgers would play.
Yeah,
but
I don't think
his running game didn't help him, did they?
No, and when he got busted in the nose and he had that Band-Aid across his spine, he was looking beat up pretty bad.
It reminded me of Bill Bowman a little bit there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yep, and then, of course, let's not dismiss my Miami Dolphins. We have won 3 in a row now. Of course, the Broncos have won 9 in a row, and we beat a New Orleans Saint team that was really in the game. We went up 16-0, but they came back, and they had a chance to go for 2 to tie the game. Fitzpatrick intercepts it, runs it back 100 yards. It gives us 2 points, thank God, because Saints get the ball back, and they have a chance right there at the end, but they had to kick a field goal, and we stopped them on 4th down to win 21-17. And Miami heads to the Jets next week, and the Jets had a big win yesterday. Nick Foles, former Dallas Cowboy, kicked 56-yard field goal to win the game over an Atlanta team that is struggling terrible. They lost to the Jets. That's we all know what the Jets are, right?
Well, they're still in it.
Yeah, they're not eliminated yet.
They're going to be the next team to be eliminated.
Yeah, we're going to eliminate them this week because we play them this week. But this time every Monday, we do bring it out, and it is, let's see where it's at.
It's time for On This Date in Sports History with Harry Clary.
Brought to you by Car Brothers, the gathering place, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road. Now, here's Harry.
Oh, yeah, and I was at Car Brothers, the gathering place, the other night, and they had a packed house with Magnolia and great food.
Yeah.
Best burger in town. Everybody go to Car Brothers.
Yes, sir.
Okay, on this day in sports history, on December the 1st, in 1928, the National League president, John Haidler, proposed a rule change to have a designated hitter to bat in the place of pitchers. That was the first time it was done. Mm-hmm. The National League voted in favor of it, and the American League voted it down.
And it's still like that today.
Yeah, still like that today. In 1930, on this day, the National Hockey League drops a 20-minute penalty for slashing about the head. I was a little disappointed, Rick. I think you should be able to slash about the head, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, they getting like football. They're taking all the good rules away. Yeah. Slashing the head. Come on. That's what hockey's all about. All right, 1936, Larry Kelly wins the second Heisman Trophy Award. You know where he went to school?
No.
Yale.
Yale?
No, I didn't say Yale. You didn't have to Yale. Yeah, he was a wide receiver. They called them ends back then.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have wide receivers. 1951, Dick Kazmaier wins the 17th Heisman Trophy Award. He went to Princeton, and he was a halfback. They didn't call them running backs back then. All right. American Mildred M. McDaniel in 1956 clears 1.76 meters to win the gold at the Melbourne Olympics. That's, I haven't looked it up, but I'm guessing that's about 6 feet. 1956, on this day, Bill Russell and Casey Jones led the American team to Olympic gold, beating the Soviet Union 89-55, which is really cool because Bill Russell and Casey Jones both went to the Boston Celtics, won 8 championships in a row. Yep. Then Chamberlain won 1, then they won 3 more in a row to make 11.
Make 11. That team was really good.
Really were. Okay, on this day in 1959, Billy Cannon wins the 25th Heisman Trophy. He went to LSU, and he was a halfback. Still called them halfbacks in the 50s. Okay, 1973, Jack Nicklaus wins the Walt Disney World Open and becomes the first player to reach $2 million in PGA earnings. That was a lot of money in 1973.
Yeah.
1984, here's one we all know. Doug Flutie becomes the 50th player to win the Heisman Trophy. He went to Boston College. We all remember that one that he ran up and hummed it about 60 to 65 yards there to win that, throw that Hail Mary and win at the last second.
To beat the University of Miami.
That's right. And he was a quarterback. 1991, on this day, here's a guy, he's a quarterback, Steve, in 91. He became the first quarterback to throw over 3,000 yards 8 years.
That's got to be my boy Dan Marino.
It is Dan Marino.
How'd you guess
I know that? you couldn't miss that one. And Rick, I'd give you one about Bronco, but they didn't set many records.
I can't believe that.
Not on this day, anyway.
Yeah, not on this day, anyway.
Okay. In 1996, here's one for you, Rick. Wayne Gretzky becomes the first and only player to reach 3,000 goals.
Yeah, he was a beast.
In a lifetime.
Oh, yeah, he was great.
They called him the Great One.
Yes, they did.
Didn't they?
They still do.
Okay, and we have a couple of birthdays. It was a lot of birthdays, but it was for, like, yacht racing and cricket, and I didn't know who any of them were. You know, Steve? I'm probably going to get criticized. Somebody's going to say, hey, man, I like yacht racing, and I like cricket. I don't even know what cricket is. Do you, Steve?
I'm familiar with it a little bit, but I ain't never
It's almost
played.
like baseball, kind of.
Yeah, but you play with a paddle. Well, they call it a bat, but it's flat.
Yeah, if we could get women involved with the paddles and everything, we could get a real sport out of it.
Yeah, we would call it something else.
That's right. Lingerie cricket.
Yeah.
All right. Birthdays. 1939, we all know who Lee Trevino is.
Yeah.
He was a great golfer, and he was a funny guy.
Yes, he was.
And in 1966, Steve Walsh played for the University of Miami. It was his birthday, December 1st in 1966, and he played for a bunch of NFL
San
teams.
Francisco. He played for a whole bunch of different NFL teams.
Yes, he did. 1986, Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver for Philadelphia. His birthday. And that's it for On This Day in Sports History.
Yeah, brought to you by Carr Brothers.
The Gathering Place.
The Gathering Place. That's right. We got a whole another hour and 45 minutes for y'all folks. And like I said, it's good to be on the radio. It's good to be this time of year. Like I said, I can't explain it, but before we go to break, I want to bring up the elephant in the room, which is the University of Virginia beating Virginia Tech Saturday night in a big win, 27-20. Punched their ticket to the ACC championship game, which I will be going to this Saturday night in Charlotte, North Carolina. And if they can win that game, they go into the college football playoffs.
If they win that game, we're going to have to widen that door so we can get your head in here.
That's right. And, man, it would be great for that to happen. Of course, that win Saturday night is only the second one in 21 years against Virginia Tech. And a little funny story, of course, promote other shows here on Fox Sports Radio, WHAP, The Point. Win Hasty, you can hear him every Sunday from 4 to 7. So I had to run out to the store yesterday afternoon, so I turned the radio on, and Win was right there. So I called in and said, how about them Cavaliers? Because he is a big-time Hokie. He graduated Virginia Tech. Of course, me and Win Hasty did the basketball games and football games and the Richard Bland basketball games for a couple years while we were back here on WHAP Fox Sports Radio. He sounds like he's doing pretty good. He told us that he listens to our show, so we want to give him a little shout-out as well. And with that, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have our guest with us, Trey Evans with the V.F.W. And like I said, we can't thank him again for bringing in shirts. They gave us shirts and the Popeyes chicken and rice and all that good stuff. So, and biscuits. We can thank them as well. So with that, we're going to go to break. When we'll be back, we'll have our guests right here on The Bottom Line on WHAP The Point.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Car Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Hemco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Hemco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Hemco at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383. or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with the bottom line.
That's what I said.
All right, we are back here in the studio. This is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary and Rick Morris. Joining us now in the studio, the one, the only, Jay Evans is here, man. Thanks for joining us, man.
Hey, thank you for having me on the show.
Man, and it's, like I said, you brought the V.F.W., brought us shirts and Popeyes, man. We can't thank you enough, and it really does feel good when we go out and cover Little League sports or youth sports in any way, or high school sports, to where part of the community recognizes that and appreciates what we're doing here. Mm-hmm. When Harry and I both came back in March with the radio station, that was one of our goals, to be involved with what's coming up. And we've had Miss Branch on from Prince George High School. She's 3-time state champion in wrestling.
Awesome.
And we had the field hockey coaches, Jordan and Whitney from Hopewell High School, just a couple of weeks ago. We've had Billy Horn, the new AD for West End Christian School. He's been on with us before. And, of course, we've had some national guests as well. And like I said, I told you earlier, Ronnie Walker was with us, and just a couple other ones. Dave Johnson, the voice of the Washington Wizards, he's been with us as well. And we really appreciate y'all seeing what we're doing in the community. And like I said, I just really appreciate you being here.
Hey, and we really appreciate you rolling out the red carpet for us.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. We try right here at WHAP, don't we?
You're doing great at it, too.
Yeah, we do, and it's like Whitney Houston says, I believe that children are the future.
That's exactly
right.
That's
a good belief to have.
Yes. Yep. Now, Trey, how did you get into helping youth leagues? And I know you're helping with the wrestling. My grandson and granddaughter are currently wrestling, and they did cheerleading and football, and you were out on the field with my grandson, the U10. How did you get involved in that?
Well, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and I grew up with a rough past, and I will honestly say, well, first and foremost, I thank God. But sports really kept me out of a lot of trouble. You know, it kept me active. It taught me values like teamwork, you know, learning to respect others and demanding respect from others. So, yes. Sports, I believe, is a great molding tool for youth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, it's I've been involved. I coached Little League softball, t-ball, blast ball, all the way for 22 years. And, you get to see, you know, like this season with the U10 team, every year is different. But I was talking to Whitney and Jordan about it. At the beginning of the season, you see a young kid here, and then at the end, you see how much that kid has improved.
Yes. And as a coach, we as coaches, we have to be tough, you know, to take the youth out of their comfort zone, you know, because if you let a person give up, they will. Mm-hmm. But when you push them, that teaches a value that will get them through life. You know, it's going to get tough. You might not move as fast as you would like to, but as long as you're moving forward and you keep steady, you can accomplish anything you set your heart to.
You're exactly right. You kept them motivated on the sideline for sure. And how long have you been coaching and helping with coaching throughout the year?
This year would give me 22 years of doing it. I started out in California. When I was stationed out there, I would do youth coaching. Mm-hmm. And then came out here to Virginia and got right back to it.
Now, talking about your military experience, tell us a little bit about that background that you got.
The military was the best thing that ever happened to me. You know, it was diversity. I got to see the world. And, you know, at heart, I'm a foodie. I am a foodie to heart. Every country I've ever been to, one of the things I would do was go to the mom-and-pop restaurant in that country and try a food of their culture. Because it's my belief, you know, the one thing that remains true about every culture is their food. Hence why it's named like Italian food. You know, we're going to go out and get Mexican food because it's of their culture. And I just love that, you know, that, I don't know, I'm going to say something weird, but I just love that food thing.
Yeah, well, that's good. Like I said, we appreciate your service, man, and, of course, and really appreciate the V.F.W. for their support. And tell us a little bit about the V.F.W. and being involved in the community.
The V.F.W. has been around actually for years. In fact, the V.F.W. as an organization has been around for better than a century now. It's a younger generation, a newer generation coming in. So we're trying to take what the V.F.W. has to offer and bring it to the community forefront, you know, getting more involved with social media, doing things like the trunk or treat, you know, veterans giving back to the community, you know, as they serve us. And like you guys, like the V.F.W. did for you guys tonight, you guys, they don't see you coming in working. They don't see when you're tired, but you're here and you're getting the job done. And that goes for everyone. Like every morning when we go to Wawa on our way to work, yeah, we go there and grab our cup of coffee, our donut, fill up our tank, but you don't see that person, or we don't stop to acknowledge that person behind the counter that then filled up 75 tanks today, you know, completed 60 to 100 orders, you know, so we try and let them know that, hey, you are appreciated for your service as well.
Yeah, and like I said, for Public Works, I work for Public Works, and y'all brought lunch today down there to Public Works. We want to thank you for that, too.
Yes,
as well.
sir.
How many people y'all have working at the Public Works? It's about half of y'all, ain't it?
That's funny. Yeah, about half of us work, Harry.
Right. I'm not getting that crossfire. I'm not getting caught in that crossfire, no.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. And I want to bring up Vic. And when I did the baseball football games back from 2008 until, I guess I did it until about 2014. His last name again?
Victor Figueroa.
Figueroa. He was a big part of the football team back then.
Yes, he was. Yes.
And tell us a little bit about your history with him. And
well, Vic, he was my son's best friend. Mm-hmm. You know, and with that, he naturally came in, and I took him in as one of my own. But Vic, and this breaks my heart to say, but Vic is one of Lord knows how many veterans who suffer from the mental health. Mm-hmm. Now, you know, when you see us, yeah, we're maybe the kid you grew up with, the neighbor, your friend, your ex-teammate. But, you know, when you go into the military, or anyone, not just the military, but when you're put through an experience that somewhat can be considered traumatic, that affects us.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to interject on this because we in the military, we spend a lot of time training people to be killing machines, but when they come home, they don't have any kind of system to get them back into the public. Would you agree? Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that, Dre?
Yes,
I think we need some kind of period of time to spend time with these soldiers to get them back to civilian life.
The hardest part for me transitioning from the military to the civilian world is ultimately I came from a world where the guy next to you would jump on a grenade to save your life, and entered into a world where the guy next to you will push you under a bus so they can get a raise.
Yep.
And that was the most traumatic for me, because I came into every work, because I used to work for the Department of Justice. I was a Fed. And working with, you know, people over the years is like, my mindset is if we're here together, we're a team. And most people will nod and say, yeah, and smile. But at the very second they see where they can benefit from it, it's like team went out the window.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I served in the military, too.
Thank you for your service.
I was at Fort Carson, Colorado.
Ooh.
That's why he's a Bronco fan.
That's right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
If you're just joining us here on WHAP Fox Sports Radio, it is the bottom of the hour of about 6:30, 6:28 or so. This is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary and Rick Morris. And our guest, Trey Evans, is with us from the V.F.W. and local youth sports coach. And we just, like I said, Trey, man, we just thank y'all a bunch. And the V.F.W., what other stuff does the V.F.W. got to, we can stay on the thing with Vic. And like I said, he went to school with my daughter who passed shortly after he did of a ruptured brain aneurysm.
Yeah, God bless.
Yeah, and, I was coaching these kids since they grew up and knowing them. And, there's a need for that in our community to help
Absolutely.
out. Like I said, not just the young military, but the older military as well.
Well, the young military, the younger men and women coming home, I'm not going to necessarily say it's easier, but if they're younger, getting acclimated to the civilian world comes a little easier to them because of their youth and what's going on in the world. Where my biggest concern are older veterans. As we get older and the holidays come around, yeah, everybody's joyous, singing Christmas carols, holding hands. But you have to imagine, just as there are a lot of people celebrating the holidays, there are a lot of people sitting at home by themselves right now, watching TV. And what the V.F.W. is trying to do in concerns of that is just make the little difference. If you're sitting at home by yourself, or you know a neighbor who's by themselves or retired or alone, holidays come, take them a plate. Take them a plate of food, you know. Hey, somebody's thinking about you. Here you go. And sit there for 20 minutes, crack a few jokes with them, and that could be the small,
makes the difference.
The small gesture that makes all the difference. Hence why we go around to at least once a month, we try to hit one of Hopewell local communities to let the people there working know, hey, these veterans, we care about you too. And we're going to make this small gesture, whether we're treating you to lunch or these really cool hot shirts, hot off the presses.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Just the little gestures to make your day, because that might be the thing that makes the difference at the end of the day.
I agree 100%. Man, we want to thank you for anything else you want to hit upon on there that you got there?
Yes.
And then how can you let the listeners know that where, if they want to contact you, how to contact you?
Okay, well, I've always wanted to do this, so bear with me.
Okay.
All right. It's your boy Tiny here, Hopewell. Holla at me like you know me. All right. You can contact me. I'm Dre Evans on Facebook. You can reach out to me. And as far as like other programs, one of the other really large programs I would like to address is called the Themis Project. It's a program that's spearheaded by attorney Bridget Bowman. And what we do is, since she's an attorney, she has a lot of youth that, you know, their paperwork comes across her desk. And we try to help them as well, because a lot of times, yeah, we all make mistakes. Or as my sergeant in the military used to tell me, the only difference is some of us got caught and some of us didn't.
Yep,
that is the only difference.
That's a fact.
So with the Themis Project, we give our youth another chance. Okay, they made a mistake, life happens. And a lot of times their mistakes weren't necessarily their mistakes. Their child rearing is not the best, you know, because us as parents, we have to realize, although we tell our children, do as I say and not as I do, they're going to do what they see. So it takes a village, us as a whole village. That's where I like to step in with coaching to show a different aspect. You know, any program that supports youth molding, music, martial arts, wrestling, sports, I support it.
Yeah,
the cool thing about that is there was a guy who was a child rearing expert came on the radio, and I said, I had my doubts. And he said, a lady came on, she goes, my son does everything the baseball coach tells him to do, but he doesn't listen to me at all. And he said, you brought up a great point. Parents say about 9 negative things to every 1 positive thing. Coaches say about 7 positive things to every negative thing. That good throw, way to get behind the ball, way to go down swinging. And if they say something negative, parents need to approach their children more like a coach.
Yeah, talk more positive.
Positive.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, I mean, of course, we're going to categorize it. You know, there's categories. You know, if your kid got a cold, you're not going to go in there like a coach and give me 50 push-ups. Well, never mind. I might do that. But yes, definitely. And definitely, to parents, and I myself, with my personal experience and parents I've dealt with, I've actually been known to tell parents, like certain mothers, like, look, you're raising a son. You don't really necessarily want to raise mama's baby. You will raise a man that you yourself will want to date. You know, so he can't be afraid to get dirty. Take the trash out. It's cold outside. Okay, put a jacket on and take the trash out. You know, and for that, well, how I was brought up, and Miss Bridget Bowman, attorney Bridget Bowman, the one of the Themis Project, she has a line that I had to keep with me. Every experience is a character building one.
Very good, yep.
So when one of our youth mentorees come in there, it is, hey, my boyfriend didn't text me back. Builds character. Now get to work. You know, my dog is sick. Yeah, builds character. Get to work. My mom's not making my favorite dinner. Builds character. Get to work.
Yeah, man, Trey, I can't thank you enough for being here, big guy.
I thank you guys for having me.
V.F.W. And of course, I'll see you at practice.
Yes, you will. Yes. You'll hear me out there probably using profanity or something, but that's what a coach's supposed to do.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But real quick, before we got to go to break here, your thoughts about the football game tonight, the New York Football Giants taking on the New England Patriots, and, of course, there's a young man from Hopewell, running back for New England, Travion Henderson. Your thoughts about where he's at in his life, because he's a big man of God.
And you say who they're playing?
The Giants.
The Giants. Okay, well, if I was on a radio talk show right now, what I would say is, hey, Giants, watch out. Travion is Hopewell built.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it, and he's doing really, really well, and I see a bright future for him.
Yeah, quick as lightning. Yeah, absolutely.
The whole community is behind him 100%. With that, we're gonna take a break. Thanks again for being here, big guy.
And thank you for having
y'all got any? Try to hit him up on Facebook. Of course, I share. If you're friends with me on Facebook, I shared it earlier that he's going to be on here. So if you get a chance, reach out to him and see if you can help out the community. It is that time of year here around the holidays.
Yeah, and when we say help out the community, it does not have to be a lot. It could be something small. Go to the local nursing home and order pizzas for them. Just the smallest gestures. Mm-hmm. Maybe $50, $100 out of your day can make the day for another person or a group of people.
You're exactly right.
I know a guy that brought in chicken and shirts for some poor, struggling radio people.
But they've been smiling ever since, though.
Yes,
they've been smiling ever since.
Yes, we have been. Thanks so much. And with that, we're going to take a break. You're listening to The Bottom Line right here on WHAP, The Point.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steak, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383 or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
Hemco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Hemco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Hemco at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
911 is the number that can save civilians' lives. 1-800-COP-LINE is the number that can save yours. Did you know more cops die by suicide than in the line of duty? Talk to a cop who cares. Call 1-800-COP-LINE or visit VAFirstResponderWellness.org. The life you save could be your own. Paid for by the Virginia Department of Criminal Justice Services.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Car Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
This is Donovan McNabb, and you're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve Nugent right here on Sports Radio 1340 WHAP Hopewell.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with The Bottom Line.
That's what I said. All right, we are back here at the studios. It is just about 20 minutes toward the hour of 7 o'clock. We want to thank our guests from the last segment, Trey Evans, for being here and representing the V.F.W. as well as coaching in youth sports here in the Tri-City area. And like I said, if you want to reach out to him on social media, Trey Evans, and check him out, and he'll try to get you hooked up with whatever he can. And want to thank him again, man. These shirts, Harry, they brought us looks pretty nice.
Very nice. And, you know, I'm a T-shirt guy. I have the world's least expensive clothing in the world. You know, people come up to me asking me for money. They look at my clothes, and then they start reaching in their pocket and handing me a couple of dollars.
That's all right. That's what retirement is all about. Yep, and I want to update some high school football scores from this past holiday weekend. High school playoffs, of course, Class 4B had Varina matching up with Huguenot on Saturday. Varina defeats Huguenot 21-12 to move on to the states. Class 2A is Pocosin beat Armstrong 19-14. And in Class 5C, Highland Springs defeated Hermitage 21-13. And Class 3A, Lake Taylor defeated Petersburg 40-26. And of course, we've been covering Petersburg, being as we're right here in Hopewell in the Tri-City area, and that's a big win for Lake Taylor, and that's a good season for Petersburg. Like I said, everybody is really excited about what they have going on there with their football program, with their new field house, their artificial turf on the football field, and, of course, the basketball team being ranked nationally.
Yeah, Petersburg has a strong history in athletics, especially basketball and football.
Yeah, and like I said, that's good to see them successful. And Class 6A pitted Oscar Smith versus Thomas Dale, and Oscar Smith's got a wide receiver on that team that has already committed to the University of Michigan, and pretty good. They defeated Thomas Dale 48-7. So after a week being the number one Sports Center highlight from winning the game against Manchester, they get beat by 41 points to a very good Oscar Smith team.
A friend of mine, his son plays for the team, and he told me he didn't expect to win the game. We were just both hoping his son played well.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. And then I did the Highland Springs and Hermitage, of course. Real quick, we should have some Hopewell High School basketball games on this season. I'm not sure what the schedule is. The powers that be here at WHAP hadn't sent me any, but I do know the first game is Wednesday night, December 3rd. So good luck to Coach Pillam and the Hopewell Blue Devils.
That's basketball. A home game?
That's a home game, yep. And taking a look, this is a new segment. This is new added. It means it's basketball season now. So I'm going to do the top 25 in the college football, but I'm also going to do the top 25 in basketball. And right now, Purdue is the number one team in the land with 40 votes. Arizona's second. Michigan moves up to third. Duke is fourth. UConn is fifth. And Louisville sixth. Michigan State seventh. Houston eighth. BYU ninth, and Iowa State rounds out the top 10. Gonzaga, Alabama, Tennessee, Illinois, Florida, North Carolina, Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Texas Tech and Auburn rounds out the top 5. Of course, UVA is 6-1, sitting pretty good, looking great as they are with our new coach. So, like I said, we was 5-0, and it was the first time that any coach went 5-0 with UVA. So we're 6-1, looking pretty good.
Hey, I know you're happy about it, Steve. You live and breathe UVA.
Yes, I do. Like I said, it's a lot of fun, and it's always fun when you're winning.
It's more fun when you win, for sure.
Yep, and taking a look at the football, this is the AP poll that came out yesterday. The Ohio State ranked number 1, Indiana number 2, Georgia number 3, Oregon number 4, Texas Tech 5, Ole Miss is 6. Now, Ole Miss, I guess y'all seen that Lane Kiffin left Ole Miss and went to LSU, and the powers to be at Ole Miss told him, no, you're not coaching the team in the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs. And Lane Kiffin took the money and went back to LSU, where he said that's where he wants to be. But I do feel a little disappointed for the players on Ole Miss with their coach leaving, and you got a chance to win a national championship. They're probably going to make the playoffs, and then the coach leaves, but it's all about the dollar bill. Texas A&M coming off of their first loss of the season falls number 7. Oklahoma number 8. Notre Dame number 9. Alabama number 10. And like I said, Alabama's got to take on Georgia this weekend in the Southeastern Conference Championship game, so that should be pretty interesting. BYU is in the championship game this week as well. The University of Miami, get this, 10-2. UVA 10-2. But they're not meeting in the ACC championship game because the 5th tiebreaker between Miami and Duke is combined winning percentage against your opponents. So instead of UVA playing Miami, 2 10-2 teams in the championship game, we're playing Duke, who is 7-5.
Well, that's better.
Yeah, better for UVA.
Yes,
but they got to change something there. How can a team?
Right, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, and it's just the way they got it. That's the 5th tiebreaker. When they didn't play head to head, so they had to go all these other tiebreakers. But like I said,
college football has struggled and struggled. Remember, they didn't even used to have a playoff at all.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I think college football is still finding its way.
Yeah, and then Vanderbilt's 13th. They got a good team. Texas is 14th now. Texas played Ohio State first game of the year and lost. They got a record 9-3. Miami defeated Notre Dame first game of the season, and both of them are 10-2. But the first game of the year, they didn't play the big schools. They played some small schools to get these 10 wins. Now, you think Texas? They're gonna put Texas in at 9-3? I think they deserve to go to the playoffs if they get put in there. But like I said, it's tough. Then, of course, the next ranking for the college football playoffs comes out tomorrow at 7:30.
Well, I think they have 3 orangutans that pick the order that the college football is in, and they're doing the best they can.
Yeah. UVA is 16th. Of course, they'll be traveling to. Let's see, I got all the games right here. Get times and dates right here. 8 o'clock Saturday night, ACC Championship, UVA taking on Duke in Charlotte. I'll be there. And 12 o'clock noon, BYU taking on Texas Tech. Now, Texas Tech, whoever wins that game is going to the playoffs. Most of all these are like that. Western Michigan is in the MAC. They're playing their championship game. Southeastern Conference at 4 o'clock is Georgia versus Alabama. And then Big Ten Championship, the Ohio State taking on Indiana. That's number 1 versus number 2 in the nation.
That's the way you want it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Now, notes on this Friday game, 7 o'clock, is Troy at James Madison on the Sun Belt Championship, and North Texas versus Tulane. Now, if James Madison could possibly get in the playoffs. A small school, although they haven't been.
Doesn't have much, does it?
Yeah, but they got to be the highest ranked team outside of the 5 major conferences. And right now, Tulane has it. but they got to play North Texas, and North Texas is very good. That's where Chandler Morris come from. Our quarterback for UVA came from last year, and they're 10-1. And Friday was it Friday? Yeah, I think it was Friday. We went to B-Dubs, and I watched some of it on TV. They defeated that team like 38-7. North Texas get to be in the championship game. And with that, that's going to do it for our update of our high school football scores, our basketball, and college football championship. That'll be a lot of fun. We'll cover all that next Monday night. Next Sunday night, the rankings come out, so next Monday we'll know exactly where everybody's playing, and we'll go over that, bowl games and championship games and playoff games and all that good stuff. And this segment is brought to you by Hourglass Realty Group. Give Keith Wagner a call. Of course, he was with us last week, the second hour of the show, and we'll probably have him, of course, while I'm thinking about it, December 15th, Tony's Oily Worlds will be back with us. Get you ready for the holiday times with some essential oils that'll help you through the cold times. Where, this time of year, a lot of people seem to get a little under the weather. And so she'll be with us on the 15th. With that, we're going to take a break. It is just about 9 minutes toward the hour, and we'll come back after this quick break and get you set for the second hour of the show right here on Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM, 96.9 FM, and anywhere in the world at WHAPradio.com. Right here, WHAP, The Point.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383. or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Hemco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Hemco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Hemco at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. and natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Craving a burger, a shake, or something sweet? Come on down to City Point Ice Cream and Burgers. They're serving all your favorites right here in the heart of Hopewell. From classic burgers and fries to their signature crazy shakes, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. City Point Ice Cream and Burgers is located at 236 East Broadway, downtown Hopewell, open Thursday through Monday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. City Point, more than just a burger. That's City Point Ice Cream and Burgers.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with the bottom line. That's what I said.
All right, folks, we are back here at the studios. This is the bottom line. I'm Steve the Truth alongside of Harry Clary and the entertainer, that is Rick Morris. Taking a look at your scoreboard right now. Big NFL game tonight. Local boy playing well. Travion Henderson will be on the TV at 8:15 on ESPN. New England's favored by 7.5, and total over and under is 46.5 for the New England Patriots. And of course, New England sits atop of the AFC East. They're sitting there 10-2. The Buffalo Bills with a dominating win over the Pittsburgh Steelers yesterday, 10-4. The Miami Dolphins have won 3 in a row, and we're 5-7. And the New York Football Jets won a football game yesterday, and they're 3-9 in the American Conference, should I say. And then taking a look at the New York Giants, they're probably going to be, both of these teams are in the second half hour. We'll do top 5, bottom 5, and both of these teams are, one is in the bottom 5 and the other one's in the top 5 of the National Football League. And taking a look at the Giants, they're 2-10. They could lose tonight and be the first 11-loss team and probably be eliminated from the playoffs. The Washington Redskins, with the loss last night, I believe they're eliminated from the playoffs as well. The Dallas Cowboys hanging in there 6-5-1 and only 2.5 games, or a game and a half back of the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Eagles have a big game this week, but this time of year, every game is a big game. With that, we're going to take the top of the hour break. We'll be right back after the top of the hour, 7 o'clock. I am Steve the Truth alongside of Harry Clary and Rick Morris right here on WHAP The Point.
This is Donovan McNabb, and you're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve Nugent right here on Sports Radio 1340 WHAP Hopewell.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steaks, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383 or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Car Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Hemco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Hemco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Hemco at 458-8514, open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
Car Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Car Brothers.
Craving a burger, a shake, or something sweet? Come on down to City Point Ice Cream and Burgers. They're serving all your favorites right here in the heart of Hopewell. From classic burgers and fries to their signature crazy shakes, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. City Point Ice Cream and Burgers is located at 236 East Broadway, downtown Hopewell, open Thursday through Monday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. City Point, more than just a burger. That's City Point Ice Cream and Burgers.
This is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth Nugent. And the truth will set you free. He covers everything from high school to the pros and everything in between here in the Tri-Cities. Now, let's go to Steve the Truth with The Bottom Line.
That's right. We are in studio. This is the second hour of The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary and the entertainer that is Rick Morris. And like I said, our first hour, fellas, went real well. I want to thank Trey Evans again for being here, representing the V.F.W. and getting the word out exactly what the V.F.W. does, and they do a great job. Like I said, took lunch to Public Works today here, the city of Hopewell, and brought us Popeye's Chicken tonight right here at the studio there in the lobby. Want to thank Trey again for being with us and taking a look at what's on tap tonight. Of course, Monday Night Football on ESPN will be coming on at the top of the hour, 8 o'clock. Make sure you check that out. It's the New York Giants taking on the New England Patriots tonight. And, of course, New England is probably one of the hottest teams in the National Football League right now. And talking about the headlines of the day, Harry, going from the hottest team in the National one of the hottest teams in the National Football League, the New England Patriots, playing tonight, to one of the teams that are not so hot right now. And Aaron Rodgers calls out wide receivers for skipping film sessions. And, of course, this is what the veteran quarterback called out the team's wideouts when he was asked how they could get all on the same page, implying that at least one player at the position skipped a film session. When there's film sessions, everybody shows up. And when I check to a route, You should know the right routes. That's quoting Rodgers there when he was asking about it. Harry, your thoughts on the Pittsburgh Steelers in 6-6 and ain't looking too good?
Well, I saw one of those plays, and I'm not going to mention any names, but Jonnu Smith cut to the right, and Rodgers threw the ball to the left, and you could look at the look on Rodgers' face and tell that the receiver didn't run the route that he was supposed to. But that's you see that a lot, Steve, with a lot of teams. The quarterback, you can look on the quarterback's face and tell whether it was his fault or the receiver's fault usually.
Yeah, Rick, you said you had a chance to see some of it. I watched most of it yesterday between Buffalo and Pittsburgh. What's your thoughts on the Pittsburgh Steelers right now?
Well, I don't think Aaron Rodgers should call out his teammates in public. They should keep that in the locker room.
Yeah, you're right. You hear it all the time. You want to keep everything in the locker room to where you can, take care of it yourself. And but Pittsburgh, like I said, even that game, like I said, we were watching it, and the Steeler fans were booing and chanting, "Tomlin must go."
I don't agree with that. I think Tomlin is a great coach.
Me too.
He's the only coach that's never had a losing season. Now's the time to get behind your coach, not to bring the negativity to the team.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And if he does, if Pittsburgh does make a change and go to their fourth coach
in history,
in history, that Tomlin wouldn't have a hard time finding a job.
So it was Chuck Noll.
Chuck Noll was
the first one. Then it was Bill Cowher.
Yep, and now he's been there 17.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, he's been there 16 years, I think.
So they've only had 3 coaches.
3 coaches, yep.
That's
the
amazing.
Cowboys would be like that, except for they had like a half a dozen of them right after Landry. It's like a revolving door.
Yeah, and I like Schottenheimer. I like what he's doing there in Dallas right now. They're 6-6. I mean 6-5-1.
He's doing everything Jerry Jones says.
Oh yeah, yes, he probably is. You're exactly right. That other news of the day: Herbert yesterday in the 4:00 games broke his hand, but they don't expect him to miss no time. Harry, your thoughts on if the Chargers, because they're sitting pretty good right now in the West. Let's see where they at. I got them right here. Yeah, they're 2 games back of them Denver Broncos.
I hate to say this. This is left wrist. I think it's really up to Herbert himself whether he wants to play or not. But and I know when you injure a part of your body that's already injured, you could do irreparable damage. And for a franchise quarterback, you really can't take chances with stuff like. And I know it's not his throwing hand, but still, you got to put that left hand up under the center, and he slams that ball into your hands.
Yeah,
it's easy to say, yeah, he should play. It's not his throwing hand. Ladies and gentlemen, playing the NFL is like getting in like 10 to 12 car wrecks.
Yeah, it's
in one day.
Now, staying on that same note, the Hayward for the Pittsburgh Steelers, of course, he was in Josh Allen's face all day. I mean, arguing with him after the play, and they asked him after what was the reason for it. He said they're protecting these quarterbacks that you can't touch them. But, yeah, when I'm down in there and somebody needs me in the gut, because Josh Allen did that. And he even told Hayward, well, I'm trying to slow you down. Well, but he can't hit the quarterback back.
Yeah, well, it's documented now, and once it's documented, I think the officiating crew is going to be on to it, and they're probably going to be watching Mr. Allen from here out. Hate to say that because I got him in 2 leagues.
Yes, you do. And like I said, I like Josh Allen the way he's played, but here in the just this season alone, it just seems like, we tell him not to run, he's going to get hurt, and he ran that ball probably 12 times yesterday.
He reminds me of Andrew Luck, pretty much fearless, but we know what happened to Andrew Luck. You just can't keep doing that.
Yeah, and he's got I kind of he's got his hair growing out where it's underneath, you can see it underneath the helmet and everything. He's really letting himself go, getting married.
Damn hippie.
That's right. It is just about 10 minutes after 7. That's what was the news headlines of the day right here for the bottom line from the National Football League. And now it's time for Mr. Rick Morris and the National Hockey League update. Rick, what you got there, big guy?
All right, we're going to recap Sunday's games. The Capitals beat the Islanders 4-1. The Ducks take a loss to the Blackhawks 5-3. The Hurricanes get a win over the Flames 1-0. And finally, the Stars get a win over the Flames 6-1. Tonight's games, beginning at 7 o'clock, the Blue Jackets at the Devils, the Penguins at the Flyers, the Jets at the Sabres. Starting at 8, the Ducks at the Blues, and at 10, the Mammoths at the Sharks. And that's your NHL updates. Now back to Steve.
All right, that's brought to you by Lees & Jones Insurance. Of course, Andy Clark is a great supporter. Like I said, the first hour we talked about youth sports. Andy Clark and Ligon Jones Insurance, big supporter of youth sports. You can hear it in his commercial when he plays. And, folks, don't forget, tomorrow on Channel 3 in the Tri-Cities from 5 to 6, you can check our show out as well on Channel 3 in the Tri-Cities.
TJ Video Channel 3.
Yeah, TJ Video Channel 3. You can check that out from 5 to 6 on Tuesdays. And, of course, on Wednesdays, you can go to our YouTube page, the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show, WHAP, and subscribe to that. And every Wednesday when the show gets put up, you can tune in on that as well. And, Rick, you do a great job with that, man, and we really appreciate you, big guy.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Now, let's do some promos for the WHAP The Point radio station. We got blues and R&B with beach music with Chip Cook every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock p.m., that is, right here on WHAP, and an R&B classic rock, as well as Elvis Presley with Win the Baby Boomer Hasty Sundays at 4 o'clock. I called up his show yesterday bragging a little bit about them Wahoos beating the Hokies there with Win Hasty. And, of course, Mondays is our show from 6 to 8 right here on WHAP Fox Sports Radio. And Gordon Finney in the morning from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. And, of course, on Saturdays, Keith the Bluegrass Barber from 6 to 9 every Saturday morning playing bluegrass, and Buddy playing bluegrass from 9 to 12 every Saturday morning. With that, we're going to take our first break of the 7 o'clock hour, and when we'll come back, we're going to do top 5, bottom 5 of the National Football League. And then later on in the second hour of the show, we're going to play Who You Got right here on the Bottom Line, right here on WHAP The Point.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Car Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Himco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Himco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Himco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Himco at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Himco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383. or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with the bottom line.
That's what I said. All right, we're back here at Fox Sports Radio Studios, WHAP, The Point. We want to thank you for listening in. If you want to give us a call, we'll try to get you on the air, 804-458-9427. That's 458-WHAP. I am Steve the Truth, alongside the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, that is Mr. Harry Clary, and the entertainer, that is Rick Morris. And Rick, I saw y'all this past weekend, y'all had a gig and playing. I saw some video of that.
Yeah, we were at the Short Pump Poorhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And this week we're going to be at IDK on Saturday.
Oh man, that's right. It's Elixir, but
yes.
I don't know. Yep,
that's close enough for me to visit.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
there
come on out.
So yeah, if y'all get a chance, go on out there this weekend. Of course, I'll be in Charlotte for the football game, and we'll cover that with UVA taking on the University of Duke in the ACC championship game. Of course, tonight is the Giants taking on the New England Patriots, who are top. One of the best teams in the league. They can get their 11th win. Like I said, I know we did our picks at the beginning of the season, which I'll have to go back to that book and find them. But nobody picked New England to win the AFC East, Harry.
No, I don't think anyone would.
Yeah. First-year coach, but
now they would.
Yeah, now they would pick him. And then we talked about the Pittsburgh Steelers the last segment about how much that team is in a little turmoil right now. The Ravens are 6-6, Pittsburgh 6-6, Cincinnati is 4-8, and the Cleveland Browns are 3-9. And talking about the Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrows is back, and I can see Cincinnati. We got to play them. We have to play Cincinnati coming up. I'm talking about the Miami Dolphins. We play
that looked good about 3 weeks ago, didn't it?
Yeah. We play the Jets. We play the Steelers, and then we play Cincinnati. We end this. Then one other game in there.
Well, Cincinnati be the toughest one.
Yeah, we play New England last game of the year, but hopefully they'll have everything wrapped up.
Right, and they won't play as hard.
Yeah, and they'll try to let us slide in there, but we'll take them 1 week at a time like we always do. Now, Jacksonville Jaguars, they're 8-4, and the Colts and Danny Dimes has come back to life, come back from, he was the best thing to white bread the first 7-8 games. Now he's done lost a couple, and they're 8-4, tied with Jacksonville. And Houston, another team that's right in the thick of things. Started off kind of slow. C.J. Stroud got hurt, gone back in. Now they're 7-5. 1 game out of the lead in the South.
Probably the best defense in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. They beat Buffalo a couple of weeks ago. They beat them up pretty good. Sacked them, 8 times?
Oh, yeah.
And Tennessee Titans, of course, we'll do that here in the next segment of the show. Bottom 5 and top 5, and they're definitely number 1 in my bottom 5. They're 1-11. The AFC West, Denver Broncos had a big win last night in overtime 27-26 over the Washington Commanders. And Keith Wagner was with us from Hourglass Realty last week, and they really think to just to sit Daniels the rest of the season. Rick, your thoughts on that? You think they should come get him back in there, or since they're eliminated from the playoffs, just let him heal?
I think they should let him heal. They did that to RG 3 years ago, and he never was the same. He should go ahead and heal and come back next season strong.
Yeah, in that game last night, I know you watched it up close because they were playing your Broncos. Mariota can do it. You know, he's a Heisman Trophy winner. But last night at that one play, you know, he brought him all the way back, went into overtime, took him all the way down the field and scored the touchdown. And, like I said, just didn't arch it enough over that defensive end that was coming off that corner, and he knocked the ball down, or Washington would have won that game.
It's hard to be accurate when there's 11 guys trying to kill you on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Now, the Chargers, of course, we talked about it. News of the day was Herbert with the broke hand, but maybe not, you know, going to interfere with him, but they don't know. They said he should start. Now, taking a look at the Kansas City Chiefs, they're 6-6, a 500 ball club, coming off a loss to the Dallas Cowboys where Dallas beat them.
I'm going to say it. Patrick Mahomes will never go to another Super Bowl unless he goes to another team.
Oh, yeah. Well, they said they're the best. Another little stat there with Kansas City, a lot of people may not realize, over the last 7 years, they have played more football plays than any other team in the National Football League.
They had the ball more.
Because they winning more. They're more in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl. So yeah, that's so they a little tired. Now the Raiders, seriously, 2-10.
Well, Tom Brady is partial owner of that team, I believe, and I believe he has a lot of say-so. But I guess it's time for Pete Carroll to say goodbye to football.
Yeah, he's a year older than you, Harry.
Yeah, he is. he definitely is.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're eliminated from the playoffs.
So he's 143.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I went through the NFC East earlier when we were promoting the football game for tonight. But the Eagles are 8-4, Dallas is 6-5-1. The Commanders are 3-9 and eliminated, I believe, and the New York Giants are definitely eliminated. They're 2-10. But Jackson Dart's supposed to start tonight, and that could spark that team because he was winning when he was playing.
It could, but at the same time, Jameis Winston is what really sparked them the last few weeks. I think he's not afraid to sling it.
No, yeah.
His interception shows that.
Yep, you're exactly right. Now,
the Giants have a reputation as Patriot killers.
Yeah. Yes, they do in the Super Bowl.
Well, they better call up Eli if they want to get that done this week.
He's going to be on ESPN2 with Peyton doing the game. That should be fun.
Yeah, the Goofy Brothers.
Yeah. That's fun. I enjoy watching them.
They are. They're great.
Yeah.
They're
now,
goofy, though.
Could y'all two name the number one seed right now in the NFC?
Well, I could name my number one.
No, well, the one team right now that would be the one seed at the
Seattle. I guess it would be the Rams.
The Chicago Bears.
Oh, that's right. It is the Bears.
The Chicago Bears are 9-3, and right now would be the top seed.
You're right.
In the NFC. That is crazy.
Well,
that is
Ben Johnson.
Yeah. Now take a look at that division. The Green Bay Packers are right there at 8-3. It looks like. Let's see. Yeah, Chicago's 9-3, Green Bay's 8-3, and the Detroit Lions are 7-5. And Detroit plays the Dallas Cowboys this Thursday in Detroit. So that's going to be a big game there between them two.
I wouldn't want to pick the winner of that game because that's a toss-up.
We're going to play who you got here in about 20 minutes.
I did so good last week. I don't see how I could do any worse.
Yeah. Now the Minnesota Vikings. They got 4 wins. They're 4-8, but when we do my bottom 5, I got them in my bottom 5. the Minnesota Vikings. That quarterback yesterday, out of the worst quarterback ranking or rating was Tua turned the ball over against the Cleveland Browns. 3 of the next 4 are Minnesota quarterbacks. The one yesterday, he really looked rough, and then J.J. McCarthy 2 other times.
Well, J.J. McCarthy's got a real good game face, and that's about it.
That's about it, yeah. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a big win yesterday. They 7-5. Carolina 7-5. And the Falcons, what has happened to the Falcons? 4-8 and
injuries.
Yeah, losing to the Jets yesterday.
I believe London is out.
The quarterback's out for the season.
The quarterback is out. Penix.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the New Orleans Saints are 2-10. They are eliminated. They got eliminated by the Miami Dolphins yesterday. The Arizona Cardinals are eliminated as well as 3-9. But this is another division, the NFC West. You got the Rams that are 9-3, Seahawks 9-3. And don't look now, but the team I picked to go to the Super Bowl, the San Francisco 49ers, are 9-4. So they're looking pretty good.
They're well coached. They've had quarterback trouble with injuries, but Christian McCaffrey is having one of his best injury-free years.
Yeah, and if you're just joining us, 25 minutes past the hour at 7 o'clock. This is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth. That's me, featuring Harry Clary and Rick Morris. We're here breaking down the NFL football schedule from yesterday. Of course, if you're just joining us and the first time you're hearing our show on Channel 3 in the Tri-City areas on Tuesdays from 5 to 6, or on YouTube at the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show, WHAP. We do the first hour show, mainly local, talking high school youth sports at the beginning of the show. Then we go and cover the college segment of the show, basketball or football. And then the second hour, we talk about the National Football League and what's going on there and play a game of Who You Got. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to do our top 5 and our bottom 5, and then we're going to play Who You Got. You're listening to The Bottom Line right here on WHAP Hopewell.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383. or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Himco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Hemco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Hemco at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Car Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
This is Mark Malone, and you're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth Nugent, right here on Sports Radio 1340 WHAP Hopewell.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with The Bottom Line. That's what I
said. All right, we are back here at Fox Sports Radio Studios. This is Steve the Truth alongside of Harry Clary and Rick Morris. And I just want to get this one more commercial in, because this is one of our newest sponsors, City Point Ice Cream Burger Shop.
Craving a burger, a shake, or something sweet? Come on down to City Point Ice Cream and Burgers. They're serving all your favorites right here in the heart of Hopewell. From classic burgers and fries to their signature crazy shakes, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. City Point Ice Cream and Burgers is located at 236 East Broadway, downtown Hopewell, open Thursday through Monday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. City Point, more than just a burger. That's City Point Ice Cream and Burgers.
All right, we are back here at the studios. I just want to get that spot out there. They're our newest sponsor right here on The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary and Rick Morris. If you get a chance, go down there and check City Point Ice Cream and Burger Shop out. Just a little quick note here, seeing a little funny story about the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, Kevin Pateau. His home was vandalized with eggs early Saturday morning, according to Moortown Police Department. The incident occurred after the Eagles lost 24-15 to the Chicago Bears on Friday. So them Eagle fans really do take their football serious. And that's a funny story. All right, now we're going to move on to the next thing we got right here is the top 5 and the bottom 5 of the National Football League. And, Rick, we're going to start off with you today, buddy, since you were feeling a little under the weather last week. Let's see. Who do you got in your bottom 5?
Bottom 5.
Yeah.
Well, before I do that, I want to give a quick shout-out to our mail carrier, Travis. He is a Miami Dolphins fan, and he wanted to give you a high five for your winning streak.
Yeah, well, tell Travis I said, let's go Dolphins.
That's right. Okay, so
and we saw that coming about 3 weeks ago. We said that Miami had an easy schedule in the middle.
Yep, it was coming up a little bit easy. But hey, yesterday was a fun game to watch. We won. Some of that officiating's kind of crazy, but we can't get on that. We'll be here all night.
All right. So my bottom 5, number 5 is the Browns. Number 4 is the Giants. Number 3 is the Saints. Number 2 is the Raiders. And number 1 is the Titans.
Well, how about that? Mine is only one different. Tennessee, of course, is the worst team in the league and 1-7. The Raiders are second worst in the league. The Saints are the third worst in the league, and all these teams are already eliminated. The Giants are eliminated from the playoffs. But I said earlier when we were updating everybody with the schedules and stuff with the scores from this past week in the divisional records, that I got Minnesota Vikings as the 5th worst team in the National Football League with 4 wins because the quarterback play is really struggling.
Yeah. Minnesota, they need a quarterback like Sam Darnold.
I think he was there last year.
All right, I'm going to go with mine now. I got the Giants, number 5, the worst team, because they were eliminated week 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I've got the Raiders next to the worst team. They were eliminated this week. Then I got the Saints. Then I've got the Cardinals. And then I've got the Titans.
The Titans, of course. I think we all agree that the Tennessee Titans right now are the worst team in the league and looking bad. Not, it's just not like they're losing close games or nothing like that. Jacksonville beat them yesterday 25-3. Not scoring any points. Now we're moving on to the top 5. That is the best, in our opinion, the best top 5 teams in the National Football League. And I'm going to start with the San Francisco 49ers. They're number 5 I picked them. They're 9-4. They're looking pretty good. Seattle Seahawks got number 4. I got the Rams number 3, and New England, I got them at number 2 at 10-2. And I did this just for Rick. The Denver Broncos have won 9 games in a row, and they're the hottest team in the National Football League with the New England Patriots. But I have Denver at number 1 right now, the hottest team in the National Football League. Harry, who you got?
I've got the Seahawks at number 5. I've got the Broncos at number 4. I've got the Patriots at number 3. I got the Bears at number 2. And the Rams at number 1.
The Rams at number 1. I got them 3rd, but I looked at them, and like I said, they had a tough game yesterday, come up a little short, and the Chicago Bears I don't have in the top 5 because I think there's full goal right now, but we'll see. But I like Ben Johnson. I like the coach. I like the way Williams is playing. It's the quarterback with Chicago. And but there's a lot of tough games coming up. We're getting ready. Chicago's got to play Green Bay this Sunday coming up, and that's going to be a big, big game. Rick, who you got on their top 5?
Well, I got number 5 spot, the Bears. Number 4, the Seahawks. Number 3, the Rams. Number 2, the Patriots. And, of course, number 1, the Denver Broncos.
The Denver Broncos. And that is our top 5 and bottom 5 for week 13, or should I say headed into week 14 of the National Football League. But just like we do every Monday night about this time, it is...
We have made it to the point of the show when we attempt to see into the future and make our weekly NFL picks. We will tally up our correct picks at the end of the season to determine a champion. Get ready for Who You Got.
All right, that's right. It's Who You Got. And taking a look at our records for the year, I want to thank Keith Wagner of Hourglass Realty. He was with us last week. He was our guest picker, and I believe he had 9 wins. Harry, you're sitting at 117, leading Rick at 113, and I'm 106 for the season. And as you said, this time of year, all these games are getting to be tough. So if you're just joining us here at 23 minutes toward the hour, this is Who You Got right here on the bottom line when we pick the games for week 14. And I mentioned it earlier, Harry, Dallas travels to Detroit Thursday night. Big game for both teams. If Dallas can win and put them right there, 1 game behind the Philadelphia Eagles and trying to get one of them wild card spots, if Detroit wins, they can move back into a wild card spot because San Francisco right now is the 7th seed and they got 4 losses. Who you got, Dallas or Detroit?
Boy, I'm going to have to go with Dallas because Dan Campbell's play calling is awful.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier in the production meeting when we were talking about it. And like I said, Detroit is, not playing up to stuff as they did last year. And it could be because their offensive coordinator's not there anymore because he's the head coach of the Chicago Bears, who are the number 1 seed in the league right now.
And he would be calling the plays probably.
That's exactly right. Rick, who you got, the Dallas Cowboys or the Detroit Lions Thursday night?
I think the Cowboys are coming up and the Lions are dropping off, so I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I went with the Dallas Cowboys as well. I think I'd like to see them keep winning Dallas winning the league is just a lot of fun when them teams win. Same way with Washington. Last season was fun to watch with them making a run.
Just throw it to Pickens. That's all Dallas has to do. I know CeeDee Lamb's a great receiver, and he draws a lot of double teams, but Pickens is the best receiver on the Cowboys.
Yes, without a doubt. I agree 100%. Now, moving on to Sunday's matchup, 1 o'clock game, we have the Seattle Seahawks at the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins will be starting, and they just lost in overtime to the New York Football Jets. I got Seattle. Who you got, Harry?
I guess I'm going to go with Seattle also, but, boy, this one scares me because Kirk Cousins needs to win a game. And you know how Atlanta is. Atlanta shows up, looks great one week, and they look horrible the next.
Yep.
So,
get shut out by Carolina, and then they beat a good team like Miami, and then they lose to the Jets.
Right, so...
Rick, who you got, Seattle or the Falcons?
I'm going to take the Seahawks on this one.
All right. That's like I said, our picks last week were kind of a little off, but, I want to give a shout-out to Wag. I know I mentioned that he was our guest picker last week, but he did take the Jets.
He sure did.
To win that game. But he also took Tennessee. So it kind of washes it out there. Yeah. All right. Speaking of Tennessee, it's Tennessee at Cleveland. Could your boy get his first win as a I guess he's already won one.
He's won one.
He's 1-1. Shador.
I'm going to go with Cleveland, but it's not because Cleveland's next to the worst team in the league, and they're playing the worst team, so I got to go with Cleveland.
Go on with Cleveland. Rick, who you got?
I'm taking Shador Sanders and the Browns.
All right, he is taking the Browns, and I also took the Cleveland Browns, and I think that coach should be fired. I was watching sports talk show from Cleveland this morning, and the coach for the Cleveland Browns record is 6-23 over the last 2 years. That's awful, and that's mediocre. And the product they got on the field isn't very good.
Well, Steve, I think you and I could take over as co-head coach and do as well.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a disappointment to see. Cleveland's again. They haven't had a lot of winning seasons, and as it said, that radio announcer on there said that fire the coach, fire everybody, fire the owners. They want to fire everybody. That's the feeling in Cleveland right now.
Trade the whole team in.
That's exactly right, and like I said, that's looking rough. Now, we talked about earlier, the Chicago Bears are the number one seed right now in the NFC. They got to travel to Green Bay next Sunday, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little chilly there like it was in Philadelphia, in Chicago. Chicago set a record. Speaking of that, they played Friday at Philadelphia, and Chicago set a record for snowfall Sunday. They had 8 inches of snow. That's the most snow ever before the first day of December in Chicago. Isn't that something?
It's a snowy city.
Yeah, so like I said, who you got, Harry, Chicago or the Packers?
9 out of 10 times I picked the Packers, but I'm a believer in the Chicago Bears now.
All right, he's taking the Bears. All right, Rick, who you got, Chicago or the Green Bay Packers?
I'm taking Chicago, too. They're the number one seed in the NFC. So.
I took, and I said it earlier, fool's gold. That's why I didn't have Chicago in my top 5 right now, the possibly top seed in the NFC. I took the Green Bay Packers in this game.
Well, yeah, and I'll tell you something. I looked last week, Chicago, even though they were 8-3, they had given up 3 more points than they have scored this year.
Yeah, so
they've had more scored against them than they have scored. But isn't that the signature of a winning coach, to win the close games?
That's exactly right. You got to win them.
So I think they'll do the same thing with the Packers.
Sean Payton.
Yeah, Sean Payton, he's doing his thing, man. I got to give it to Denver right now. Y'all are playing extremely well. Now, Washington at Minnesota this Sunday. both teams don't have a quarterback. I'm pretty sure they're going to sit Daniels out like most of Commanders fans would like for them to do, meaning I think they are eliminated from the playoffs, I think, or pretty close. And Minnesota, they don't have a quarterback, and that stuff yesterday. And then Aaron Jones got hurt yesterday, the running back, so all they got left is Mason there running the ball. And so pick the two, who's going to win of the lesser two evils here, Harry? Who you got, Washington or Minnesota?
I think they're both so bad they're both going to lose.
That's why I told JB yesterday we were watching that Buffalo-Pittsburgh game. I said, you know what, you ever watch a game you wish both of the teams could lose? This is one of them.
I don't know. I really don't. All
right, Rick, who you got?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because of the way Marcus Mariota played yesterday, I'm taking Washington.
Yeah, I thought, like I said, they were one play away from beating Denver. But, like I said, I took Washington as well over Minnesota because of the quarterback situation.
I'm going Washington.
All right, he's going with the Commanders. And with that, it is just about quarter to the hour, 8 o'clock. We got another break to get in. When we come back, we'll pick the rest of Week 14's picks. And there's some good games, folks. You got the Colts playing Jacksonville, divisional game. Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Denver at Vegas. Cincinnati could keep their season alive with a win over Buffalo. We're going to pick those games as well. And the Sunday night game next week is Houston, who's playing extremely well, playing the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll be right back here on The Bottom Line, playing Who You Got, right here on WHAP, The Point.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steak, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383 or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Himco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. HEMCO purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's HEMCO, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call HEMCO at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's HEMCO, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
Craving a burger, a shake, or something sweet? Come on down to City Point Ice Cream and Burgers. They're serving all your favorites right here in the heart of Hopewell. From classic burgers and fries to their signature crazy shakes, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. City Point Ice Cream and Burgers is located at 236 East Broadway, downtown Hopewell, open Thursday through Monday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. City Point, more than just a burger. That's City Point Ice Cream and Burgers.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with the bottom line. That's what I said.
All right, we're back here at Fox Sports Radio Studios taking a look at tonight's matchup between the Giants and New England. The Giants come in 2-10, New England 10-2 to kick off at just about 8:15. Taking a look at some NBA scores right now. Cleveland on top of Indiana, 53-32 with 6:58 to go in the second quarter. Milwaukee on top of Washington, 42-41 right now with 7:12 to go. Washington has only won 2 games. They're 2-16 are the Wizards, and you can hear some of those games right here on Fox Sports Radio. Chicago, Orlando on Peacock. Chicago's up 13-11 with 6:50 to go in the first. And that gets you updated just shortly before the hour of 8 o'clock. This is The Bottom Line. I'm Steve the Truth alongside of Harry Clary and Rick Morris. And at this time, every Monday, we play.
We have made it to the point of the show when we attempt to see into the future and make our weekly NFL picks. We will tally up our correct picks at the end of the season to determine a champion. Get ready for Who You Got.
All right, we did do a few of these in the last segment of the show. We're going to get you caught up with everything before the top of the hour. We did stop off with Washington. All three of us picked the Washington Commanders to defeat the Minnesota Vikings at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Taking a look at the Miami Dolphins taking on the Jets at New York. Harry, who you got? Miami. Miami's done won 3 in a row, looking pretty good. Quarterback play is still a little suspect, but we're favored in this game. Rick, who you got?
For you and Travis, Miami.
That's right. Tell Travis, your mailman, that I said hello.
Okay.
Yeah, tell him I hope he's listening. And this is another big game. New Orleans and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's back in the win column now, looking pretty good. Who you got, Harry? Tampa Bay or the New Orleans Saints, who are officially eliminated from the playoffs?
We're going to have to go with Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. All right, Rick, who you got?
I got Tampa Bay, too.
I got Tampa Bay as well. Now, moving on. Now, this is this is one of the games of the week, I think, on the 1 o'clock games. The Colts at Jacksonville. Jacksonville just coming off a divisional win over Tennessee. Indianapolis coming off a loss, falling to 8-4 after that great start they had. Who you got, Harry? The Colts or Jacksonville?
And where is the game?
At Jacksonville.
I'm going with the Colts.
The Colts. Rick, who you got?
I'm going with the Colts, too.
I took the Colts as well. I like the Colts. I think they'll get back into the winning ways. Like I said, Jonathan Taylor didn't have any touchdowns yesterday. and I played against him in fantasy football. I thought that was a positive thing, but no, his kicker scored 10 times many points.
Indiana Jones.
And this is going to be a big game because both of them are 6-6. Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Both of them are 6-6, and whoever wins this game will have a brief lead in that division.
I'm going Baltimore because Lamar Jackson has played not up to his level, and I think he's going to show up this week.
I took the Baltimore Ravens as well. They're playing pretty good right now, and they also are the other half of the team that I picked to go to the Super Bowl. I took the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers, so still got some hope for that. Of course, both of y'all picked the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills, and it's still some good hope for that. Rick, who you got?
Pittsburgh. The Ravens.
He's taking the Ravens. All right, taking a look at the Denver Broncos, 1-9 in a row, getting lucky last night over the Washington Commanders in a late game. Denver at Las Vegas. Vegas is eliminated from the playoffs, and it's been a tough season for the Laker fans out there. I mean the Lakers, Las Vegas, and the Raider fans out there. But who you got, Denver or the Raiders, Harry?
This is an easy one. Denver.
Denver Broncos. They're going to improve to 11 wins and keep moving. That's who I got. Rick, who you got?
I never pick the Raiders, especially over the Broncos.
That's right. He never picks the Raiders. There's another big game in the AFC, Cincinnati at Buffalo. Buffalo coming off the big win against Pittsburgh yesterday, but Cincinnati got their quarterback back, got their groove back. Let's see if Cincinnati can defeat the Buffalo Bills. Harry, who you got?
Buffalo in overtime.
Ooh, he's calling the shot. I'm going to write that down, overtime. OT. All right, Rick, who you got?
Josh Allen and the Bills.
Josh Allen and the Bills. And then, like I said, I'm kind of intrigued to see which way the league goes with that Nian Hayward with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm pretty sure there's a lot that are going on, you know what I'm saying? So it should be
yeah, there was a guy that got a groin shot the other day. I guess you saw that.
Yeah, they fined him.
And he was, he got penalized for retaliating.
Yeah, and yeah, and then I won't go into. We ain't got enough time to talk about the response that the gentleman had, but he called him a hoe.
I think the ref should have got up and said illegal groin chuck,
or he could have done that old one. Could have done that old call like the one guy said. He given him the business.
He gave him the business.
Yeah, that's right. All right, take a look at the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona eliminated from the playoffs. They ain't got much to play for. The Rams, of course, coming off a big loss yesterday, but still right there at the top of their division and in the playoffs. Who you got, Harry? Rams, Arizona?
Rams, Arizona has no chance.
Yep. Who you got there, Rick?
I'm taking the Rams as well.
He's taking the Rams as well. In this game I mentioned, teased a little bit, Houston at Kansas City, Sunday night, football night in America on NBC. Houston's defense is playing extremely well. They won yesterday. They defeated which was the Colts. Week before that, they beat the Buffalo Bills. Kansas City coming in at 500. I like Houston.
I'm taking Kansas City on several bad calls.
Oh, what's that could happen? Rick, who you got?
Sorry, Mary, I know it's your birthday, but I'm picking the Texans.
Yeah, the Houston Texans. And then this time next Monday night, which, folks, we're here every Monday from 6 to 8. And, of course, you can check us out on Channel 3 in the Tri-Cities from 5 to 6 on Tuesdays. That's on the TV. On Tuesdays, Channel 3 in the Tri-Cities. And on Wednesdays, you can look up YouTube, the Bottom Line Sports Talk radio show at WHAP, and check us out there as well. So next Monday, we'll be here getting you set for this game, the Philadelphia Eagles at the L.A. Chargers. Who you got, Harry?
Philadelphia.
He's taking Philly. I took Philadelphia as well. Rick, who you got?
I got Philly.
He's got Philly as well. And that does it for our picks for this week. Like I said, Harry, you're in the lead at 117, Rick 113, and I'm at 106. I want to thank Trey Evans for being with us in the first hour of the show, talking V.F.W. And I want to thank the V.F.W. again for the Popeyes, the chicken that Harry's been eating while we've been on the air, T-shirts that they brought us. And as I said it before we close up here, I got about 1 minute before we got to go off. I really appreciate the part of the community appreciating us and knowing what we're doing with the support of local sports in the area. and I want to thank them for doing that for us as well.
Dre was a great guest tonight.
Yes, he's a fine gentleman, and like I said, I want to thank him again for being here. With
Absolutely.
that's going to do it. Rick and Harry, for Rick Morris and Harry Clary, I am Steve the Truth. We will see you next Monday night. And don't forget, Tuesday at 5 o'clock on Channel 3 in the Tri-City and on YouTube at the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show, WHAP.
What was I just listening to? You've been listening to Steve the Truth Nugent with The Bottom Line. On Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM.